Councilman Crittenden, you might give him the blessing.
All right. All right. Let's see here. Go get right frame mind here. All right. Father, thank you for this day and everything you do for us, Lord, and just go with us throughout this meeting. And very important stuff we're dealing with, and help everybody get home safe this evening. Thank you for everything, Father. Most of all, thank you for Jesus. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
David Watson, Brian Warner,
Honey.
Bill England, Keith Dawson,
Here.
Harley Buzzard,
Here.
Joe Burke, Mike Dobbins,
Here.
Hayden Duncan, Linda Hatfield, Darryl Jordan,
Here.
Dick White, Mike Shambaugh, Craig Bakershaw, Leo Smith, Denise Taylor, Victoria Vasquez. We do a form.
All right, thanks, Shay. I do hear a motion to approve the minutes of February 18th. Huh?
Second.
Motion second. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Down to reports, Ms. Diane Kelly. You're on deck. Actually, they're both on deck.
He was just pulling my leg.
Pulling your leg.
I guess so. That's okay.
Goes around, comes around.
Yeah. Well, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Hope you enjoy the cups. We decided that no matter where our counselors go, whether it's a training institution or whether it's a business, there's always somebody that's drinking coffee, if not coffee, tea. So we thought, well, we'll put our telephone number there so that they'll remember us whenever they think about jobs or training. And it's working, believe it or not. So I've got staff that are already getting phone calls as a result of it. You saw my report, and I just wanted to share with you that there is a couple of scenarios in the back that talk about two of our students who actually went into training and the amount of money that they're making right now. And we're real proud of them because one of them said that this is the most money they've ever made. And when they come back and tell you that, it means a lot, and you know that you're doing something good for the tribal people. Talking Leaves is having a facility survey from the United States Department of Labor, and Jay wanted me to let you know that they do this about every 3 to 4 years. They go around to all the Job Corps centers and they do a facility survey and determine if there are improvements that need to be made. Like 3 or 4 years ago, we got a new gym floor. I think some of y'all have been over there, and we got the carpet to go on it when we're not using it. If we needed to have our roofs repaired, well, they'll note that. Then they give us what they call facilities monies to get those repaired if they feel like it's drastic and it's not healthy for the students. Every 3 to 4 years they come and do this. So they're over there today, and we're hoping that some of the stuff that we put on our list will be declared improvement monies. We are still at capacity, and we're shifting some of our staff around to look at some of our demands, whether it's in placement or whether it's outreach admissions. Right now, because we've been at capacity since August, that means we've got a lot of students that are going to have to be placed as a result of them finishing their trades. So we may shift a few people around. March is Women's History Month, and Brad wanted me to remind you that he put a poster up out there, and it's got all your names if you're a female on the tribal council. He put your name on the poster, just letting people know that it's Women's History Month, March is. And we are looking at having a speaker for the kids over at Job Corps this month. And we'll be hosting the Administrative Professional Day, April 24th at Talking Leaf Job Corps for lunch. And we will also be at the state capitol March the 19th with the Guthrie Job Corps and the Tulsa Job Corps. We go up there to what we call Legislative Day, and we didn't go last year. We decided to wait till the new governor came in, and we're just going to be taking bags around to make sure that the legislature knows that we've got 3 Job Corps centers in the state, and our student governments at all 3 centers will be putting the bags together and taking them around. We're not going to put displays up. They're just going to be if they're visiting for the day and maybe have their picture made with the governor. Kim Teehee and her staff are working on getting a resolution so that the governor can proclaim it Job Corps Day in the state on the 19th. We also have a safety fair. The Taro staff is working with the health department, the marshal services, Shannon's group. They've put this on about 3 years in a row. It's over here where the, I guess it's west or south of the complex. It'll be from 10 to 2 on Friday, April the 26th. They plan to have Smokey the Bear out there, and they'll give away a bunch of stuff. They've invited several of the schools to come, as well as some of the rural fire departments. Hunter has 2 job fairs, one with Sofadell and Pryor on the 19th, and one in Stillwell, which is a health recruitment fair. And we also have a meeting with Stephanie Shapola and Nick Goodacre this Thursday, so that we can coordinate some of the demands that they have for the new casino here in town. Got staff that will be in Washington, D.C., March the 23rd through the 27th for the National Workforce Conference. And then we've got staff that are in Durant today, Jeff Vance, George Roach, and Kim Carroll. They're on the planning committee for the National Indian and Native American Employment Training Conference, which is going to be held in Durant. The Choctaw Nation is hosting it April 21st through the 26th. And I've got several staff that'll be going down there since it's within driving distance. And we're getting ready to roll out our opioid grant. We got panels from the HR office, and staff are doing interviews right now. And Josh Drywater is still finishing up his to round out all of his staff for his tech grant. So as soon as we get all the staff on board, then we'll be scheduling field day visits in all the different locations. Are there any questions?
Any questions for Diane? Yes, Councilman Crittenden?
Diane, have you ever done anything with security guard training?
Have I done it? Yes. We have worked with the casinos. For instance, if they have guys that need to get their fleet certification and their various steps, we work with them and they tell us that there's one in a certain location, and we work with the career techs to get those different career ladders for them.
Just now, those cleat certified? Is there security guards kind of lower
Yes.
than that?
Yes. There's different steps. You can come in at one step, go up, I think there's 4 steps to it, and we work with them until they get that 4th step. Some of them go on up into that, and some of them stop at the 2nd or 3rd
Would you
levels.
just, on your spare time and
In my spare time.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said that. But we're interested, we were talking about different health facilities like the exercise places and seeing what we can do in Adair County. Some of these places may need some security guard, wouldn't necessarily have to be cleat certified, but would you look and see what some of those just security
Yes,
guard?
I'd be glad to. I can get that information for you. We have put in through the Dallas Regional Office to change out one of the classes that we have over at Job Corps for Homeland Security. And we haven't been approved yet. We think that because they've signed off on our contract, that there's a possibility that they may do that. And it's also going to take in surveillance as well.
Some of your kids can get in on that stuff.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Thank
Hey,
you.
Councilman Buzzard?
Diane, I just want to give a shout out and thank Brandy Wheeler and Matt for finding a job for us there at that poultry plant in Jay. That's exciting that we're going to get it back opened up and running. Hopefully we're employed. I mean, it's 50 to 100 people there quickly. So thank them for it.
Okay, I will pass that along. They do good work, and Matt's there. His office is there. He's down here part of the time, and then Brandy's over at Pryor, but she also works in the J area.
They've done a good job.
Thank you.
Staffing that.
Thank you. I'll pass that along.
Councilman Shambo?
I just want to thank you too for your work with Simmons, offering your help with their employees, and also with Grand Lake Mental Health. You know, that's a big deal, 2 big deals for Jay. And
Thank you.
we sure appreciate you getting involved in that.
Thank you.
It's
I
good to
appreciate
see you there.
I was glad to be of help because it's going to benefit some of our programs.
Especially down the road too. I mean, it really could down the road, so awesome. Thank you.
Even if you didn't get the furniture.
I'll be quicker next time.
Any other questions? Ms. Diane Kelly? Seeing none, good report, Diane.
Thank you. Y'all have a good day.
You too. All right, next, Ms. Verna from Head Start. Come on up.
Thank you, Jennifer. Where's Mr. Ron Etheridge today?
Mr. Ron has been under the weather for several weeks, so we sent him back to the doctor to try to get him well.
He's not in Hawaii, is he?
He's getting well.
We wouldn't let him go that far. So you have our reports for this month. If you have any questions, we'll take those back to Ron, or I can answer what I can.
Councilman Crittenden?
I hadn't heard back on some of those surveys they were doing for the,
Yeah, we're still waiting on some of them to come back. We only got a handful, so we're trying to see if we can get a few more to get a better read with kind of what the parents are wanting.
think we might be able to do that by next
Yeah,
month.
we'll give them a deadline to get them in and try to get you something.
Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you.
Good question, Councilman. Yes, Councilman Buzzer?
And for the valedictorian and salutatorian selection, is it going to be the same as it was last year, where you're only going to do one for each school?
Yeah, one per school. If they have multiple, they have to divide that $1,000 between however many they have.
2 or 3 or whatever there is. And what about the, those Cherokee Nation stoles? Is that just for college,
Yes,
not for high school? High school.
just for college.
Thanks, sir.
Any questions for the Education Department? Seeing none, good report.
you.
Enjoy the rest of your day. Verna, sorry, I was doing the old, we woke a switch on you.
Good afternoon. Is anybody else burning up? I dressed for snow this morning. I want to let you all know that our camera systems are just, they're in the works, and hopefully next time this month I will be saying they're finished, hopefully. But we're excited about the camera systems for added security in the Children's Village, Tila across town, and at Salina. So we'll phase them in. And our safe rooms are near completion as well. If you haven't had a chance to go by Cherry Tree, it's really nice. We were out there this morning. The children have a safe room to go in when it storms, and how timely. They finished those at Redbird over there behind C&I, and they're working on Pryor as we speak, and Nowata is working, they're working hard on that one, and then they'll move to J. That should be in the works as well.
Hey, Verna, what kind of safe rooms are they? Are they one? Is it one facility that accommodates all the kids, or are they small clusters of safe rooms?
They are attached to the existing building, and there's they made a door through there so the children won't have to leave the building.
Okay, so it's a standing safe room. Okay.
They're really nice.
Standing.
If you get a chance, go by and see them. They're nice. We're looking for a lead teacher at Salina still. We just can't seem to find anyone. They're looking for a good job, a good. Thank you all for the position that it pays really well, the state scale, and we can't seem to find anybody there. So get the word out, and we'd love to have somebody there. Diane mentioned that this is Women's History Month, and we have a celebration within our program, and we call it WILS. It's Women in Long-Term Leadership, and we have a luncheon for them once a year. And Diane has been a speaker at our meetings, because we try to find someone internally, because there's lots of women in leadership at Cherokee Nation, and they always have a very inspirational message for our ladies in Head Start. And Head Start for Cherokee Nation is 92% women, so we want to pay special attention to them. But we also have a gathering in the summer for the men. We can't forget the guys. The guys play a big role in our Head Start
Hey,
program.
Vernon, you or Diane, do you happen to know what the percentage of women that is working here at Cherokee Nation?
I do not. Oh,
Todd,
that
would
came
you look that
up.
up sometime?
I
At one time,
will.
it was like 70%.
Yeah. I mean, I agree that it would be really high.
Yeah.
I did that analysis some time ago. It's probably been 12, 15 years ago, but it was like 60-40 or 70-30.
That sounds about right.
But I'll see if I can get that information for you.
Okay.
Just Head Start alone, 92%. That's high. We are preparing to host a national training. Programs from all over the country will be here in May for leadership development, so we're excited about that. But that's the most exciting news I have, other than enrollment for the next year is beginning. It will be in full swing before long. And I might ask the recruitment team to come with me next month to give you all more applications to hand out and give Councilman Duncan the enrollment packet so he can help recruit.
That'd be good.
Were you a Head Start student?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought so.
At Marietta.
Okay.
No wonder he's so smart.
And did your aunt work with us for 30-something years? Or what relation?
Who is it?
Florence?
Oh, cousin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions?
Good report. Good job. Enjoy the rest of your day. Yeah, I know, yeah. Ms. Leroy Qualls, Superintendent, Sequoia Schools.
I want to start by saying it's a pleasure to follow Diane and Verna both on their reports. I was having a little humor with Diane before we started. She's done a good job for a long time. She's also got some friends of mine that work there. I'm proud of her staff. Hunter Palmer's a former student of mine at Talcott High School. He's a bright young individual, and for him to help her for a long time. Well, I'll start with, we've got good news and bad news. You know by now, but our girls won the area by beating Adair 73-54, and Adair wound up winning the state. Sometimes it just turns out that way. Our boys, tough game. First round, had the ball, going for the last shot, stepped on the half line. Spiral gets the ball. They hit a NBA three at the buzzer. So it's tough. Basketball's fun, but sometimes it can be tough also. But both teams had a great year. 7th straight year for both boys and girls to make it. I don't know if it's, could be true, but it's pretty outstanding for any school. And that coming from someone that coached the first team in 126 years that made it from Sequoia to state tournament. So our kids have done well. Our coaches and our staff have done well. And on the heels of that, our band makes their first ever state tournament trip, state competition. They got 3 superiors, 1 ratings, percussion solos, Robert Sinead. Trombone, we had 4 kids that got in there. Clarinet quartet, we had 5 kids that made it there. Flutes, we had 2. I'm going to mention one of those young ladies, Katie Hallam, made it in band. Also in speech and drama, dramatic duet, first place. So she doubled up. She went one place a few days later and come home with gold in both places. Speech and drama did have 5 kids that made it, and that's still upcoming. But some exciting times. Baseball opened up a week ago last Friday. We got our tails kicked by Stillwell, but we still opened up. And they've had 3 games they got under their belt. Softball opens up tomorrow, so the girls that played basketball don't have much of a turnaround. That also play softball. Track opened up 2 weeks ago in Enid. We had a sophomore wrestler named Ty Fixon that qualified for the state tournament. Pretty proud of him. Just knowing how far he's come. Good individual success story. Powerlifting, Ethan Wynn won in the 198-pound division in the regionals. And he'll compete next Saturday in El Reno in the state powerlifting tournament. Some other things here, you probably got on your report, we've got prom coming up. We've got an ACT test at our place on April the 13th. I mention that because we're having a boot camp on March the 30th, where kids can come and stay all day Saturday in preparation for that ACT test. April the 3rd, we have an evening meeting, parent meeting. It's for Title I and Title VI, and also E-rate. We'll try to get as many things as we can at one time, get as many parents in at one time. And part of it's doing surveys. Really good news on the students. Just found out last week, we've got another kid that's been accepted to Harvard in Morgan State. You know, and I shared with you last year, we had 3 or 4 that made 31 on ACT, and those are yet to be determined. So we've got some good news coming in the future, hopefully, for those kids. I think that's about it. A lot of good things going on. It's a busy time. Proud of the kids, proud of the coaches, proud of the teachers and the sponsors. It's a big teamwork.
Hey, what was the ACT score you mentioned?
What's that?
The average ACT score?
That went an average. Last year, I think we had 3 or 4 kids that made a 31.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Mr. Dobbins?
Leroy, the Gates scholarships they're not having any new ones now, is that correct? So our Sequoia students, that's not a possibility anymore, right? So that young person got accepted to Harvard, they'll be tapping other sources.
Yes. Hopefully some foundation scholarships also.
But you had mentioned too, the boys and girls had a great year in basketball. Sometimes we have the faulty mindset of gold ball or bust. But the boys qualifying for state for 7 straight years in 3A boys is a mouthful.
It's a milestone.
And of course the girls, their achievements are well documented. But I think both the girls and the boys have been great achievers. 7 years is quite a stretch getting to OKC.
We've been blessed. I'll be the first one to say that. Did take a picture with your dad the other day.
We take it for granted sometimes, Counselor.
Yeah.
Any other questions for Mr. Qualls? Seeing none, good report. Enjoy the rest of the day. There's no old business or new business. Is there any announcements? Hear a motion to adjourn? All right, here we go.